Another congressional office was vandalized this weekend. This incident was at Representative Mike Kelly's office in Pennsylvania, and it follows a similar one in New York at the office of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Last week, a House committee, doubled the amount of public funds available for House members' home security as they left for summer break. CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns has more on this angle of the news for us this morning. CHB, good morning to you. Is this pattern of people intruding into the offices of elected officials getting worse? What should we make of this?
Hey, Errol, great to be with you. Yeah, it apparently is getting worse. Capitol Hill Police does an assessment every year of threats to lawmakers, and since 2017, it has steadily been climbing upwards. Just to give you some context here, in the year 2024, last year, Capitol Police found about 9,400 threats to lawmakers and their families. That's up from the previous year of about 8,000 threats. And again, that has been coming up continually each year. So this is something that lawmakers up here are concerned about. Obviously, earlier in the summer, the shootings in Minnesota to local lawmakers had everyone spooked up here on Capitol Hill. But the issue here, Errol, is not when they're here on the Hill. It's when they're back home in their states and their districts. As you can tell, up here is heavily fortified. There's no question the amount of security present at the Capitol. It's when they go back home, and especially for House members that are supposed to be talking to their constituents, hand to hand. That's all part of this job. Their exposure is greater when they're home. And so you're seeing these vandalizations at offices, you're seeing these threats to lawmakers when they're home, and that's the concern. And Speaker Johnson has started to address it.
And it's remarkable considering that lawmakers also have to upset people sometimes and make decisions that people don't like, that we don't have a more robust private security component in place already. Can you explain then this new plan to increase the amount of public funds that can be used towards congressperson's personal security and any other safety measures now being considered that it's getting worse?
Yeah, actually, Speaker Johnson introduced a short-term plan. It's kind of a let's see how this goes kind of measure where they're essentially giving lawmakers $20,000 to be used for personal security. And those funds will be available through the end of the fiscal year, which is through the end of September. And Speaker Johnson said they'll reevaluate. They'll be able to gather some data points to see how lawmakers were able to use these new funds to their own personal security when they're back home, and kind of see whether it's still needed, what more needs to be done, and the like. But just to give you some context too about how lawmakers are thinking about it, there are many who want additional security, but others who have raised concerns about whether that could hamper their ability to do their jobs, going out into the field, meeting with people. If you have a wide security footprint, that kind of affects the way you're able to do that kind of retail politics, that engaging with your constituents. So there has been that concern, and that's why this is an option for lawmakers to be able to use these funds for their personal security if they so choose. And a lot of this, I should note, Errol, is for residential security, things like having cameras in your home and the like, because this is not only affecting lawmakers, but their families as well.
Yeah, something's got to be figured out to keep people safe. Caitlin Huey-Burns, we appreciate you breaking that all down for us. Thank you very much.